Welcome to the channel. The safari today starts from Nakuru town to Gilgil Town. This is how the road map looks like. From Nakuru town to Lake Nakuru, then back to Hyrax Hill, then head north to Menengai Crater, after which I'll proceed south to A104 Road, then southeast to Lake Elementaita, then proceed northeast to Kariandusi Museum, then proceed southeast towards Gilgil Town, a distance of about 42 kilometers. Good evening and welcome to the channel. The safari around the world continues. This is Nakuru city in Kenya, though I had discussed it in the previous episode 30. In today's episode, I'm going to ride through some of the Nakuru County hidden gems and historical sites. That is Menengai Crater, Lake Nakuru, Lake Elementaita, Hyrax and Kariandusi prehistorical sites, after which I'll head towards the A4 road that will take me towards Kenya's north. Nakuru city is a major city and the capital of Nakuru County in Kenya's Rift Valley. It is known for its beautiful soda lakes, especially Lake Nakuru, famous for flamingo populations and diverse wildlife like rhinos and leopards, which makes it a significant tourist hub. It has an elevation of about 1,850 meters above sea level, with an urban population of about 570,674 as per 2019 census. The town was awarded a city status in the year 2021, and it is located 161 kilometers from Kenya's capital, Nairobi. The dominant ethnic groups in Nakuru County are the Kikuyu and the Kalenjin. Though Nakuru town is a cosmopolitan town with different people from different ethnics from different parts of the country.
Nakuru.
This is Lake Nakuru, 1.5 kilometers from its county capital, Nakuru, and 156 kilometers from Kenya's capital, Nairobi. This is one of the Rift Valley lakes.
My friend, how are you? Eh?
It is a shallow alkaline lake located at an elevation of about 1,754 meters above sea level, and it lies to the south of Nakuru town. It is protected by Lake Nakuru National Park. This lake is about 45 kilometers square, with the inflow source being River Njoro. It is famous for its stunning soda lake, diverse wildlife, especially flamingos, rhinos, giraffe, lions, waterbuck leopards, and hyena. It is said that about 10,000 years ago, Lake Nakuru, together with the neighboring Lake Elementaita and Lake Bogoria, formed one single deep freshwater lake that eventually dried up, leaving 3 lakes as remnants. In the year 2011, the 3 lakes were inscribed by UNESCO as a World Heritage Site. The water level in the Lake Nakuru have varied considerably, with the lake almost drying up several times over the past 50 years. A significant drop happened in the early 1990s. In 2013, levels again increased rapidly, leading to the migration of many flamingos to Lake Bogoria in search of food supply. Between the year 2010 and 2020, Lake Nakuru increased in surface area from 40 to 68 square kilometers. 677 households, parts of Nakuru town, and some national park areas had been flooded. Since the year 2021, there has been an alarming increase in the rising water levels at the lake, which is caused by climatic change. The upsurge of water levels led to displacement of animals from the park and destruction of property, which submerged the main entrance gate and other park infrastructure. Lake Nakuru Park is about 188 square kilometers and was created in the year 1961 around the lake. Other than flamingos, there are a myriad of other bird species, over 400, that inhabit the lake and the area surrounding it. This is Hyrax Hill Museum, a prehistorical site near Nakuru, 5.7 kilometers from its county capital, Nakuru, and 154 kilometers from Kenya's capital, Nairobi. It is a rocky spur, roughly half a kilometer in length, with an elevation of about 1,900 meters above sea level at its summit. The site was first discovered in the year 1926 during excavations at the nearby Nakuru burial site, which was conducted by Louis Leakey. The first major excavation was between 1937 and 1938. There are two distinct areas of occupation at Hyrax Hill, one which was occupied during the pastoral Neolithic and the late Iron Age, and the one which was occupied by the Sirikwa earlier in the Iron Age. The hill is named after the Hyrax, a small mammal that lives in rocky areas which were common in the rocks of the Hyrax Hill.
Niaje? Hii ndio kwa nini? Menengai Crater. Okay. Hii ndio main road sio? Ndio main. Okay, sawa, shukrani. Poa, thank you. Ile kuwezesha ile Jambo. Yes. Nimekuwa mtalii leo. Nataka niangalie nione crater. Ndio. Bado. Oh. Eh? Nayo. Kwenda town ni hii ndio? Kwenda town ni hii.
Ni straight kabisa.
Sawa, nimekuja na progress zingine kuna ndani huku.
Utaenda tu straight.
Nimepotea sana. Google Map inaniambia turn right. Nashangaa turn right wapi?
So utaenda hivi.
Alafu
kuja umalizie sasa.
Okay.
Karibu sana.
Sana shukuru sana.
Thank you.
Okay.
This is Menengai Crater, 10 kilometers from its county capital, Nakuru, and 163 kilometers from Kenya's capital, Nairobi.
Habari yako?
Mzuri sana.
Umetembea?
Ndio. Nimesema afadhali nitembee, nasikia tu Menengai Crater. Sasa I was like acha nitembee kidogo niangalie vinyo inakaa.
Menengai Crater ndio hii sasa.
Okay.
Kama unasikiaga hujawahi kuja hapa, Menengai Crater ndio hii sasa.
Naona
hiyo imeshuka hivi. Imeenda round hivi mpaka huko. Imeenda hivi, unaona hivi?
Nimeona.
Kwa hiyo wakati ilivuka
ilikaenda ndani. Haya, na ile motion ya?
Ile ni ya Jethamo.
Jethamo? Okay.
Unaona pande hiyo kwa ndio juu. Hapa chini. Lakini yetu ndio.
Okay. Sasa hapa ndio mwisho, ndio? Lakini nenda na bike huko, ndio?
Hapana. Sasa ukisimama na bike yako ndio.
Sawa.
Hapo ni kwa mtu mmoja sauti yako.
Okay.
Unaona hapa. Unaona huko. Lakini hapa unaona. Hapa chini utaiona vizuri. Lakini ukiteremka hapo, lazima ujie uende mile sita, ndio uteremke ukifika.
Okay.
A massive shield volcano with one of the biggest calderas in the world. It is located north of Nakuru town in the Great Rift Valley, Kenya. It is the largest volcano caldera in Kenya and the second largest volcano caldera in Africa. Volcanic formed rich loam soils enrich the adjacent farmlands around its flanks. The crater is on the floor of the Rift Valley. The Menengai volcano is considered one of the best preserved caldera in the world. It has a very little sediment in the caldera, which is a thick mass of lava boulders and inaccessible ridges. Volcanic activity continues, and a current project towards geothermal power generation is in progress. It has an elevation of about 2,278 meters above sea level.
Sawa, shukrani. Okay, sawa. Okay. Viewpoint. Nashukuru. Sawa. Hii lake unaingia hapa hivi?
Anaweza ndo ingilia choma.
Oh, ndio nirudi hivi. Hapa kuna shortcut. Wow. Sawa, shukrani. Elementaita. American Road, the complex. Kenya Wildlife.
This is Lake Elementaita, a shallow saline soda lake in Kenya's Great Rift Valley, 40 kilometers from its county capital, Nakuru, and 132 kilometers from Kenya's capital, Nairobi. The lake has a surface area of about 18 square kilometers with an elevation of about 1,670 meters above sea level.
Sema fande.
Kuna zingine hapo.
Hakuna zingine pale.
Pelican.
Pelican sio? Oh. Acha kesho tuone mapema kama saa 2 saa 3 hivi kama zitatekelezea huko. Sawa? Asante sana. Okay.
Elementaita is derived from the Maasai word Muteita, meaning dust place, a reference to the dryness and dustiness of the area, especially from the month of January to March. The lake is located between Lake Naivasha and Lake Nakuru. At the southern end of the lake are the Kikopey hot springs, in which an introduced fish, the Lake Magadi tilapia breed. The Lake Elementaita area saw its first white settlement by Delamere in the year 1979 to 1931, who established Soisampu Ranch on a 190 square kilometer, about 40,000 acres of land on the western side of the lake. Delamere gifted land on the other side of the lake to his brother-in-law, Egerton, part of whose Kikopey Ranch, where he is buried, is preserved today as the Elementaita Lodge. The Soisambu Ranch covers 2/3 of the lake's shoreline and is a home to wild animals. Lake Magadi tilapia was introduced to the lake from Magadi in 1962, and since that time, the flamingo population has dwindled considerably because the tilapia attract many fish-eating birds that also feed upon the flamingo eggs and chicks. Over 1 million birds that bred at Elementaita are now said to have sought refuge at the Lake Natron in Tanzania. The lake is normally very shallow, less than 1 meter deep, and it's said to have at times united with an expanded Lake Nakuru, forming a much larger dilute lake. Remnants of the former joined lake are preserved as sediments at various locations around lake basins, including former shorelines. The wildlife within Elementaita are the likes of zebra, gazelle, and warthogs.
Aje boys. Hii Kariandusi iko pale gani? Kariandusi.
Iko na huku.
Sio huku.
Sio huku. Hapa ni dot. Kariandusi shule.
Kariandusi ile historical site.
Iko na hapa mbele.
Si mbali.
Fuata tu barabara.
Bali si mbali.
Fuata tu barabara, wala tu wameweka hiyo kichuma.
Haya, chukua.
Iko kola.
Chukua. Kariandusi.
This is Kariandusi Museum, 36 kilometers from its county capital, Nakuru.
I'm late.
And 125 kilometers from Kenya's capital, Nairobi.
Kariandusi.
It is a prehistoric site in Kenya on the southeastern edge of the Great Rift Valley in Nakuru County.
Let's go to Gilgil.
It is an African early Stone Age site dating to approximately 1 million years ago. The discoveries by Louis Leakey were done in the year 1928 expedition in the exposed Kariandusi river bed. This is Gilgil Town in Kenya, located between Naivasha and Nakuru along the A104 Nairobi-Nakuru Highway in Nakuru County, 42 kilometers from its county capital, Nakuru, and 119 kilometers from Kenya's capital, Nairobi. The town has a population of about 60,711 as per 2019 census, an elevation of about 1,981 meters above sea level. The main employer in town remains the Ministry of Defense, as the town hosts two major barracks, the Gilgil Barracks on the old Gilgil-Nakuru Road and the Kenyatta Barracks along the Gilgil-Nyahururu A4 Road. It also houses the headquarters of Kenya Police Service and the Stock Theft Unit northwest of the town, and the National Youth Service Training College to the west of the town. Tourist attractions here include Lake Elementaita, Kariandusi prehistoric site, and an important lower Paleolithic site. In the year 1920s to 40s, some members of the Happy Valley set lived in Gilgil. From 1944 to 1948, it also contained a British internment camp. The first soldiers that arrived in the town were the advanced parties of the South African Army, preparing for the arrival of the 1st South African Infantry Brigade, which was training in the area by the mid-1940s. Gilgil was made a brigade headquarters. In the 1950s and 1960s, Gilgil was used as a base for rotational of British infantry units. The name Gilgil comes from a Maasai word, or Gilgil, which means wait a bit trees. But another derivative is that it came from a Kikuyu word, Giringiri, meaning a place of 1,000 flies, which referred to the colonial army barracks that used to be dirty with many flies. Discovering new places is one of life's refining pleasures. Discover a world of endless road travel possibilities, one road at a time. More safaris to come. Thank you for watching.